watching Joy News. Over to you, Roland, with the traffic updates. Very interesting times, Kojo. I'm just excited. This is almost like having, you know, a very grand occasion. I think it should be billed as one of the festivals in Ghana.
It's
the National Science and Maths
national event, isn't it?
Exactly.
Everybody across the country is getting excited, and you can understand. It's kind of like a festival that involves all tribes, right? Because everybody went to a school. And we're all excited, even though not all our schools are represented in the final. But I haven't asked you, which school are you rooting for?
Oh, you see the braces you are wearing?
I can see.
You've actually got zebra colors in there.
Because I'm hoping Adisco wins as well.
So yes, I'm rooting for Adisadel College. Only I love the boys, and also because I went to Infantiman Girls Secondary School. And
That's
so
true.
You should understand, they are our boys' schools.
That's
so
true.
Santa Moga, stronger together.
Indeed. And Ogasco and Adisco have a long-standing solidarity against
Infantipim.
Yes. Because, of course, we're both colleges and Infantipim is a school, you know, so the distinction has to be drawn. But we're hoping that we see some amazing competition between the three schools today. WAS is a massive, massive underdog that is coming in so strong. They actually qualified with more points than Adisco, didn't they?
Exactly, from the semis. You know, it was actually a keen competition between WAS and Prempeh College, but Prempeh couldn't make it, and WAS won it with over 50 points, I think about 52, but Adisadel had a little less of 50. So yes. We're just seeing that the competition may be between Adisadel and WAS, but you can never be sure. St. Peter's can pull a surprise. You know, there are some teams before, that leave the best for last. So for me, this is a level playing field. It's starting afresh for all the teams, but it's going to be exciting. I can't wait for the competition to start.
First ever live broadcast of the National Science and Maths Quiz, and it's thanks to the Joy News channel. Of course, you can follow it live. If you have to leave your location, keep watching us on our YouTube channel where we're streaming this live. It's a big national event, like Bernice and I were saying earlier, and there is no reason why you should be left out of it.
Exactly. And Kojo, what excites me most is the fact that you have science and maths being put on the fore. You know, there's just been this campaign for some time to encourage the study of science and maths because really it is the bedrock of development for many societies. Talk of the IT, talk of technological advancement in various fields. Science and maths is the foundation of that. So it's exciting. I have a friend who actually said that he chose his senior high school watching the National Science and Maths Quiz. So he said, okay, I think this school is good. I'm going to go to that school. So it excites me, and hopefully many more people will be interested in studying science and maths. I think this makes it more exciting for people to want to even pursue that course in high school.
It's important, you know, for another reason, because now we're turning our polytechnics into technical universities, and we're moving them away from those grammar you know, courses that they used to offer, grammar school courses that they used to offer in the past. And now what we want to see are more of the science and technology courses being offered by these technical universities. So we really need an interest at the, you know, at the tertiary, secondary level, so that we can populate these tertiary institutions with eager young minds who will come and solve all of our national problems in one fell swoop, I hope.
Now, Kojo, there are scores of people at the National Theatre, and, well, not everybody can make it, and that's why we are here, your most credible news source, Joy News, to bring you everything you need to know about the National Science and Maths Quiz. We've got Mama V and Roland on the ground doing such a great job, and we're also here to bring you some fine analysis as well. So stay with us here on the Joy News channel. You can follow us on social media, connect with us on Facebook and Twitter. We are Joy News on TV, live updates there as well, and also on YouTube. So you don't want to miss any part of this competition, and we've always been bringing updates from the quarters to the 1/8 stage, even to the quarterfinal, the semi-final. So this is the station to stay with.
Yes, indeed. Boba is going to be a big one right here on the Joy News channel. And you know, the thing about how this final, how we built up to this final, is that everybody has paid attention. Whether your school is in it or not, you've had an eye on it, you've been interested in how it's been going. And right now, finally, we're going to find out for 2018 which school you know, holds the fort over all the others when it comes to knowledge in science and math. It's such a pity that we don't have any of the all-girls schools in the final.
Were you reading my mind? I was just about to say
great
that.
Minds think alike.
It would have been great to see an all-girls school in the finals, also because it's the 25th anniversary. And throughout the entire period, we've had the National Science and Maths Quiz. No all-girls school has won it before. But surprisingly, though, when you're doing the WASI analysis, you're looking out for best students, the ladies seem to come up sometimes first 3 spots. So I remember Mama V asking the quiz mistress what she thought, you know, the issue could be, because you have ladies topping and the final exams and not being able to pull through in this particular competition. And well, she thought that maybe concentration, you know, and she tells the ladies to just go for it, go for it. But I observed a few of the girls' school, and I'm just saying, with no scientific basis, though, that they seem more careful. The boys' schools seem to want to take the risk to get it anyway, so they don't mind making mistakes, and that was what even affected Prempeh College at some point, and some other schools in the semis, because wrong answers in the true or false segments actually got some marks deducted.
Yes.
And so they had to lose out. So I think that most of the ladies have just been careful, more relaxed, especially when it's the speed section. You see the boys coming, you know, out faster,
yes,
and earlier than the ladies, and so usually in that particular segment or round, that's the word I was looking for, in that round, they don't seem to get a lot of points there.
I think it takes a totally different set of skills to do well in a quiz than it does to do well in an exam. The exam environment is set for a fixed period, whether it's a 2-hour exam, 3-hour exam. The conditions are set for that period, and you can work within that time to get your answers at your own pace, as long as you're working within that time. And you can imagine how young ladies who have studied hard, understand the concepts, can really take their time and answer questions, expand on their answers, and get the full marks and perform wonderfully in WASI. But when it comes to a quiz setting, there are so many other things happening at the same time. In addition to the extra rules that come with each round, and you've already given great examples of how, you know, in the true or false round, you can actually end up losing points by giving the wrong answers. In addition to all of those extra conditions, there's also the extra attention. All eyes are on you. There's an audience sitting in front of you, watching you do the work, you know, and so it's not the same at all. And you can well imagine that that has caught out many schools in the run-up to these finals.
Unfortunately, well, let's go back to the National Theatre. Roland Walker is standing outside. You can see the excitement all over the place. Hello, Roland.
Again, we're bringing to you live pictures from the frontages, just the entrance of the National Theatre. We're trying to make sure we bring to you the vivid pictures and what the issues are. You can see this gentleman, very much dressed up for the event. He's with West Africa Senior High School. And then also we have the St. Peter's Senior High School, all students also coming in. And many of them found them. They've been able to find their shirts, still talking on many other issues, but you are also part. Okay, how are you? So you decided to pass by. Which year did you finish school?
2014.
2014, and the morale of the school is so high.
Yes, please. Dignitatis hominum.
Yeah, great.
Dignity of mankind.
Right. But I've noticed.
Yeah.
But I've noticed that for a Catholic school, you still have that trait of being gentle and all that. It's because of the way you were schooled back on campus, right?
Oh yeah, we are gentle, but then when it comes to times where we have to roar, like we do that like lions do, you understand? So for now, we are just gentle, steadying the atmosphere. But as we get inside, our victory is ours. So
I know they started a contest some time ago from the regionals, and then they came to the national.
Yeah.
And then St. Peter started climbing up. You were getting all the nods. You went through the round of 16, and then also you went through the quarterfinal, the semi-final, and now you're here. What was going through your mind?
okay, for the past years, we've always gotten to the round of 16 quarterfinals, and
You get eliminated.
yes, if you want to say that. But then this came prepared. We came with our mind focused on the crown, on the trophy. So for 13 years, we haven't been to the finals, and now we are in the finals. So we thank God. Okay, God is actually our patron, St. Peter's patron. We thank God. And Pesco Nyame is actually here to grant us victory.
You have finished school for 4 years now.
Yes.
What makes you proud as an old student of St. Peter?
Okay, St. Peter's is known to be the citadel of excellence. Okay, and I think for the past years, I wasn't so bold, a young gentleman, very timid. But then going into the whole boy atmosphere, it brought out that robustness in me, you understand? So even now in the university, I'm proud and humbled to say that I'm Pescoba president, that's for KNUST chapter Kumasi. And it has given me the opportunity to meet fellow senior Pescoba, linked up, network and all that. You see, your network is your net worth. So actually, the school gives you that propeller into life.
What are you reading in school?
I'm reading environmental science.
Right. So you were a science student back in school?
Yes, please.
And for all students who don't tend to read science, or perhaps even want to aspire to, they seem to think science and maths is a very difficult combination of subjects to do. Is that true?
Oh, okay. Basically, everything that goes around us is best explained with science. Okay, science and math. So I think that science and math would be the difficult subjects to go, but then it's with passion. When you follow that course with passion, you tend to understand. But then good with the business. We know that now it's the economy that runs the nation. So the business students are also getting their tip, and also the art students moving into the music industry and what have you, all the industries there. It's not only science though, but then we say National Science and Maths Quiz. So I just hope and recommend that some years to come they would have maybe national business quizzes and arts quizzes too, so that
everybody's
involved.
But the thing is that the science you create a lot, products, and then that is replicated by the other sectoral areas, marketing, the humanities, and all.
Yeah, but then we get those expertise from the business students and art students, so we should give them.
So you're saying it's a complementary world?
Yes, please. Yes.
But what makes teaching and learning peculiar in your school? Live picture, just the entrance of the National Theatre. It's the venue where we're going to have the finals of the National Science and Maths Quiz. We have a lot more of the students from Adisadel. We also have West Africa Senior High School, and of course, Pescoba, that's St. Peter's Senior High School. They're based in Nkwetia Kwewu in the eastern region. And we haven't spoken to a lot more of them because they started trooping quite late. And because we had Adisadel, and then we also had West Africa before Pescoba or St. Peter started trooping. How are you? Good morning.
Yeah, please, morning.
What's your name?
Osai Akuto Emmanuel.
Osai Akuto. Okay. So you were not a science student, right?
Yeah, no, business.
Okay. So you have to cheer the others on, but it brings you a certain feeling of pride that you have your school in all this, even though you're still not in school.
Yeah.
What sense of pride do you get?
Oh yeah, because my school has entered the finals, so I need to have a certain prize so that.
How does that make you feel when you have to interact with your friends from other schools, other old boys, other past students of other schools as well?
I feel great, yeah, because once I'm in St. Peter's, old boys are great, so me associating with them is a great prize to me. Yeah.
I wish you all the best for the day. You're into witness for the whole of the period?
Yeah.
Okay. You're trying to get in there. Charlie, you mean who? Who you mean? How be?
Oh, me, I mean was.
You mean waiting?
I mean was.
You go finish them today.
We go finish them, we go finish them.
How are you?
Was.
How are you?
I'm fine.
What's your name?
I'm Daniel.
Okay, so we're live on JoyNews. I'm just in case because this young man. But which year did you finish school?
2015.
That's a problem. Were you a science student?
Yeah, I was a science student. Science 1.
That's difficult, right?
It's not. If you go to St. Peter's, it's not difficult.
So that's your bragging right.
Yeah, I mean, it's St. Peter's. There's nothing more to say about it. If you know, you know.
But it means that preparing for contests as a science student is always important. But for those who may not be participating usually in the National Science and Maths quiz, but you're a science student, how does that also boost your morale or give you that sort of motivation when you see your classmates also participating?
Oh, it just means that you can also do more. To see your own colleagues, I mean, going out there and proving that they are worth it. It means that there's more room for improvement for you. So it's a blessing. It's a blessing. Yeah.
What are you doing now?
I'm a law student in Gempa.
Oh, okay. So from sciences, then you straight away jump into to go and do law.
Yeah. I mean, when you're a science student, you can do anything. So.
Yeah. So what motivated you to do that?
Oh,
to go and pursue law.
You know what? You know, entering SHS, I really didn't know what to do. So I took the science path so that when I just finish SHS, I'll decide what to do. And when I finished SHS, I decided to go and do law.
What's the training like at St. Peter's?
It's discipline. It's mainly discipline. I mean, how to handle yourself under immense pressure. And it's mainly discipline. I can only say that thing about St. Peter's. That if you go to St. Peter's, you have to be very disciplined. They'll train you on how to be disciplined. Yeah.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. And what's your name? Oh, okay. He's not the talking type, but we have more students coming in. But now we have more of the old students coming in. Many of the old students of Adisadel. We also have West Africa Senior High School. And then also we have St. Peter's. St. Peter's, many of them just the last batch of students coming in. But it's the entrance. We're going live. This is where they get to be cleared before they make entry through the gate, get a seat at the main auditorium of the National Theatre. The event should start, let's say, maybe some 10, 15, 20 minutes from now. But again, the channel is live. We're just bringing to you, apart from the main discussions, all that is happening around the National Theatre. And then you could see the students also getting themselves ready. And then also we have more of the old students, not too old, maybe the recent past students of the three schools who are ready. But we have to go back to the studio. Mamavio Usuabuaje is continuing all the analysis, the previews, and the best of all the discussions that you need to know from Old Boys, the sponsors, us also covering and what the experiences have been for students, past and present, of the three schools. Again, no, is Adisadel. We also have West Africa Senior High School and St. Peter's. Pescoba, they are based in Nkwetia, Kwewu of the Eastern region. But please get interactive. When we keep saying that Facebook, you can watch us live there. And then also, you can also get to know that YouTube is available. I can see myself on YouTube right now. My lead producer on the floor here is telling me I'm live there. So my Joy Online TV on YouTube regularly, cheap data is available in Ghana. Make sure that you watch us. Facebook, and then we have my Joy Online TV on YouTube. Well, we have to go back to Mama View Sabwaje.